Red Dead Redemption is back, sort of. There's a new trailer, but we can put together what details might be there for the story and for what's going on. Let's take a quick look.
We got lawmen in 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west, they chased us over the mountains.
We'll need an extra gun.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Where's our money?
Do you have my back?
Always, Dutch.
All right, so we could put together a few things. A lot of people thought that this would be a young John Marston, who I keep calling James Marston on accident. So if you hear me say that, I'm very sorry. I like Westworld. So instead you were playing as Arthur Morgan. Arthur is not as nuanced as, or at least in terms of his alignment, as Marston. He is kind of a jerk in that he's ready to be a bandit right away. He is part of the Vanderlyn gang, which you may remember is the gang that Marston broke away from early on in an attempt to, I don't know, improve himself. This guy doesn't seem to be doing that at all, which could be fun. It's fun to role play as like a bad guy. We see here that there are a few characters that look familiar, including a younger Dutch and Bill Williamson. It looks like his silhouette and that he's still alive at this point. He's one of the earlier missions in Red Dead Redemption. Spoiler alert, he gets killed. There are varied locations, much like the predecessor. There's a snowy area, a swamp, wading through the swamp, and some forest wilderness, which also looks good. And speaking of wading through the swamp, Arthur Morgan knows how to swim. He doesn't instantly die when his foot touches water. So that's a big plus that I like to see in Rockstar games as, you know, they progress in sequels. Usually Rockstar sequels are pretty good in my opinion. They suffer from typical Rockstar problems, but they're solid, they work on them, and they tend to be pretty venerable as well. So we also have hunting with a bow and arrow, which perhaps means longer range, perhaps it means you could be stealthy instead of having a loud ass gunshot and that's your only shot for a lot of the time. Lassos are back. Can you lasso anything again? Probably. And it looked like, I don't know if that was just a cutscene, but dual wielding guns. That could be a fun game mechanic. I personally don't love dual wielding because there tends to be a little nuance in it, in other games at least. Perhaps they will build up that mechanic in this, or perhaps it's again, just a cutscene and you'll never get to do that. It also looks like there's a new character. I think he's Native American. He's the one who was talking to Arthur and saying, well, I'm gonna need an extra gun. Perhaps he's going with him on a mission. He looks like he could be maybe a temporary alliance, or maybe you see him a lot throughout the game. I don't know. It's always hard to tell with these trailers who's around, who's gonna stick around and who's gone, or who's gonna get killed unceremoniously very early on in the game. It looks fun, and also, did anyone say armed robbery? Because that looks like to be another big part of this game as well, and he seems more willing to jump right into that because he's in a gang. But maybe he'll also have a John Marston-like turnaround and, you know, think about it a little bit later on. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell because this is only the second look we've gotten at Red Dead 2, and we still don't know when it's coming out. There's no date yet. So, looks like it's coming out fairly soon, sometime in spring 2018 for a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I wouldn't hold your breath for a PC release, because as you know, the original Red Dead was never released on PC. How's that for your master race? Oh boy, I should not have said that. Audience, are you excited for Red Dead 2 and what do you think the story will be? Please let us know below and please like and subscribe for more.